Good morning, friends, and welcome to Sharekhan's pre-market update. We have seen this sell-off continuing in the global markets. Yesterday also we saw the Dow closing down more than a 2% fall that we have seen, around 326 odd points fall that we have seen in the Dow. Similarly, we have seen in the Nasdaq and the S&P, which fell more than a 2%. So across the European markets, the markets closed down more than a percentage, and currently the Asian markets are trading on a weaker note. We are going to open a gap down. Singapore Nifty is quoting down by around 66 odd points. The basic reason behind that is that yesterday the data that we have seen in the US as far as the manufacturing is concerned has been below the estimates. Now what the market participants were expecting is that the economic activity is likely to remain on a positive and a strong note in the US economy, but because the manufacturing data which came below the estimates, now the doubts and concerns are raised as far as the economy is concerned in the US. We have already seen the second cut in the stimulus in the later last month, the stimulus buyback program, which has now been reduced to $65 billion per month. And because the data is coming negative, the overall adjustments that we have seen in the US markets. Back home, yesterday we saw the FIs were sellers to the tune of around 735 odd crores in the cash provision market, and the DI were sellers to the tune of around 70 odd crores. Further going ahead in the markets, whether we are going to find support at lower levels or we would see the sell-off continuing, let's have a look at their derivative analysis.
Good morning, friends. Let's have a view on derivatives. The new week commenced on a negative note ahead of huge sell-off across the sectoral indices, and Nifty finally closed the session with a significant loss of more than 1% at 6040 levels. In this period, we have seen that short positions were squared off by market participants as around 0.90 lakh shares were reduced in open interest and cost of carries increased significantly by 93%. Nifty futures premium also increased to 37.90 odd levels. On the PCR front, we have seen a marginal decrease in put call ratio. It is decreased from 1.07 to 1.06, which is clearly indicating that call option has added more number of shares than put option. We have seen that call option strike of 6,200 stands with highest number of shares in open interest, and put option strike of 6,000 more than 70 lakh shares are there in open interest. As Singapore Nifty is down by 66 points, it's quoting at 5963.50. So we may see a gap down opening in Indian markets too. Our positional support would be 5930 on closing basis. Intraday support would be 5950 and resistance would be 6000 and 6020. Yesterday, FS were net buyers in future and option segment of more than 1000 crores, and in index option they were net buyers of approximately 1595 odd crores. Overall, bias for the market is negative as we are trading below our weekly VWAP of 6065. Our lower range for the market would be 5900 and high range would be 6165. That's it from derivatives. Thank you.
Friends, let's have a look at the MID ideas and updates for today. First and foremost, some of the companies which are likely to come out with the results today. Bharat Forge, we are expecting the estimate for PAT for the third quarter around 916 million. And Cummins, we are expecting the third quarter estimate of 1.43 billion. Jubilant Foods, we are expecting around 403.5 million. And for Tech Mahindra, the quarter 3 estimates is around 6.9 billion. Lupin came out with some fantastic numbers yesterday. We also saw the stock reacting on a positive note. Lupin has reported a healthy growth in the operating margins, and also the net profit has jumped by around 42% year on year. The reported sales has rise by around 21% year on year to rupees 2,983 crores on the back of 31% growth that we have seen in the US markets and 26% rise that we have seen in the API sales. On the other development, Lupin has also will acquire a Netherlands-based injectable company, Nanomi BV, in an attempt to expand its business in the patented products. Nanomi's expertise is in the nano and the micro particles. On the other news update, the third round of the telecom spectrum auction has opened with bids that we have seen pouring in for all the 22 circles in the zones of around in the zone of 1800 megahertz band and all the 3 zones in 900 megahertz band. So government is now expecting to garner at least rupees 11,300 crores in the current financial year from the auction. So it's a good news for the economy as a whole. We will see the fiscal deficit coming down. The ministerial panel of the disinvestments will meet on today to decide on the price band and the date for the government stake sale in the of around 10% in the Engineers India through a follow-on and public offer that we are going to see the price which will be announced On the other news update, the Prem Vatsa controlled Thomas Cook is in the advanced talks to buy sterling at a 36% premium to the firm's market price. The Thomas Cook is likely to pay rupees 125 per share, 36% premium to the sterling's price of rupees 98 per share, valuing the firm at rupees 852 crores. Friends, for the long ideas for today, first and foremost, a power grid that we have seen, the FII limit has been raised in Power Grid Corporation to 30%. So we are expecting a positive movement in today's market, and we're recommending to go long in Power Grid with a stop loss of 93, and you can target 98 and 100 for today. Divi's Lab came out with some very good results yesterday, and we would see some positive movement happening in today's market. And so we're expecting the results that the company came out, they posted a 52% rise in the net profit to 219 crores for the third quarter ended 31st December, and as against 144 crores, and the analyst expectations were around 187 crores. So recommending an action to go long in Divi's Lab, stop loss of 1286 and targeting 1352 and 1377 for today. Jet fuel prices have been cut by around 3% on the softening international oil rates, the first reduction that we have seen in the last 2 months. The price at Delhi was reduced by rupees 2,169 per kilometer, or 2.8%, to rupees 74,072 per KL, according to the Indian Oil Corporation, the nation's largest oil fuel company. And on this news, we are recommending to go long in SpiceJet with a stop loss of 15.40 for targeting 16.75. That's it, friends, from the MID Ideas and Update. Thanks. Have a nice trading day.